Welcome back to Beyond the Emulator. This is your host, Dylan. And in today's episode, we're going to be installing the Drastic Emulator for NDS games on the NextUI custom firmware running on this Trimui brick. I'll be providing some tools and guidance to install the Drastic Emulator from the NextUI Pack Store or from GitHub. I will include those links below. Then, once we're installed, we will then load Drastic and a game. We'll go over the settings, things like adjusting the screen layout, configuring your controls, and using the save and load state options. There's more back there in the settings, but just giving you the basics. And of course, we'll get in some gameplay going to see how it works. So sit back, mark this video for future reference, and don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more retro gaming tutorials right here on Beyond the Emulator. Now, without further ado, let's have some So I've got my Trimui brick here set up. I've got it actually on, whoops, went to sleep, to the DS folder. Just quickly to show you, I've already got my loaded ROMs, but we're going to go back a little bit and how I got to this emulator setup. I'm going to go ahead and press A. I've got my selection of games. I'm just going to kind of give you a quick one. For example, new Super Mario Brothers, we're going to press A. As you can see, my wallpaper, whoa. That is a bit strange because I did not have an issue a few minutes ago when I just tested it. Let's go with Pokemon Black version. There we go. So this kind of gives you the layout really quick, just to show you the Nintendo DS. I'm going to go ahead and press my menu key. We're going to go ahead and get out of this. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and go over to the Pack Store. So I'm going to go ahead and get B, get back out of this, go down to our Tools menu. Tools. You're going to scroll through your tool listings to Pack Store. And in here, or if you were to load it onto the SD card, we're not connected to Wi-Fi. Isn't this a little bit frustrating for a second? We're here at the Pack Store. I was having a Wi-Fi connection, was able to get it corrected. Go ahead and press A. We're going to go to Manage Installed. Here's the Nintendo DS Drastic Emulator that's already been installed. If I were to do A, let's go ahead and do that. A to uninstall it. We're going to go ahead and reinstall it. I've actually got my ROMs on my device, on my SD card. And by the way, the ROMs should be labeled NDS.NDS. If they're in a zip file, that can also be loaded as well, either if they're the executable file or ROM, or if they're in a zip file or folder. Both of them will run. I felt that actually unzipping them and having the individual games list in my ROM folder, just all the files that I have, just with the file format, the .NDS, I've left them at that. It seems to be installing rather quickly. So, to go back, we've now this installed. We're going to go ahead and do a browse in the Pack Store. We're going to locate emulators. We're going to select the Nintendo DS. We're going to go ahead and do a fresh install. Shouldn't take long. This is their most current version. After the file is typically downloaded, they're usually being unzipped to be installed. So just be a little bit more patient. We'll go into the Drastic Emulator. We'll load up a couple games. We'll go into the settings. Now that we're installed, we're going to go ahead and get out of the pack store. We're going to scroll up. There's our DS. We're going to press A. Here's my games again, still listed because they're still sitting in that same folder. We're going to go ahead and select a game. Let's go with Legend of Zelda. As you can see my screen here, set up as an NDS. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how the screen layout works. Go ahead and press your menu key. Puts the game on pause. As you can see, we're using the advanced Drastic. You're going to come down here and there's these few menu items. Change options, change advanced selection, configure controls, configure firmware, configure cheats if you have cheats, load and save states, and then down below some defaults of load the new game, restart, return, and then exit. Everything is used by the A for enter. So changed advanced options, that's for your screen layout. We're going to go ahead and click on it. As you can see, this is the layout that I currently have. There's about 8 of them. The last 2 actually will change your device to go the other direction, vertical or horizontal, but we'll go through each one of these. So you're going to go down to alpha, display, sorry. You're going to scroll through, and we start from the front. As you can see, this is display 0. You got a bigger box for 1 full screen. You're able to still flip it, top to bottom with borders, side to side with borders, with a corner and borders, top and bottom with borders, and then this one changes it actually more of a side to side, but I believe it's horizontal, as well as this. So what a common screen I've usually used is this one over here, which is a 0 or the 1. You have a box. So we're going to go ahead and just select 0, press A. We're going to press B to get out of there. Now you can see the screen has been changed. Now to toggle that screen, you're going to use your R2 button in the back. That's how you're going to get your 2. We're going to press A. See if we can get further through this dialog. Now, if we wanted to provide a mouse, you're going to press your L2 button. Yeah, I know here's a click, that's for a screenshot. But as you can see, you're using your dpad as a mouse. So if I were going to go to touch screen with my mouse, press A, it's allowing it to select it. I'm here, Dr. Pops. I'm going to go ahead and press A. You can see I can flip the screen, R2. We're going to go ahead and scroll down here to start. You can see here, we're going to go for a battle. And again, if I flipped R2, if I wanted to see information, I can do that. We're going to go back. So now, if I were to go and press the menu key, we're going to go down to change options. If I go to 3, now I have a top to bottom. If I press L2, I remove my mouse, my A button is not going to allow me to function anything. I need my mouse. So I will bring my pencil down, press start. We're going to scroll and hit adventure. If I press R2, it's going to flip the screens top to bottom. So we want a bigger screen for this example. Go ahead and we're going to go back down to change options. I want to get you really detailed on the screen layout. We'll go with 5. We're going to go ahead and make some other settings. So let's go in here, change options. Down below is another key function. You're able to change your frame skips, screen orientation, screen swap, yes, we want to have that. You can have speed, your sound, fast forward, snapshots for your save states, and I will get into that. You're enabling cheats, uncompressing ROMs if they were in a zip file, backing up in save states, speed, There's some adjustments for 2D screen. Mostly your video and audio settings are laid out in here. And then if you were to save or make any changes, you're able to come down here. And for example, we'll just say for this game. And we come down again, change the advanced option. That was for your screen layout. We'll go B to go back. Next one down is your configure controls. These are the defaults, but you're able to go in here and make any changes. Due to the Trimui brick does not have a hinge shut, so if there's a particular button that you're looking to need for a function, you could be able to create one. As you can see, the touch cursor can be changed, so any of the controller mapping can be changed here for any specific game if needed. I've made a few changes for some of the games and it seems to have worked really well. If you need to configure your firmware, this basically is information for playing maybe Pokemon or something. If you needed to have a username or a birth date, this one would be down for configuring cheats. If you had cheat codes or a folder, where it would be located. Down below that is your load and save state. So you have up to 10 spots. So if we were to go back to my load state for my previous game that had started, I could go ahead and click on A. And then be up to this point during the game, be able to go back into it. Go back here, and see on the right hand side it's got a screenshot of where the save state is. If we were going to do it again, save state number 1, I press A. I get a screenshot to show where it's at. If we wanted to load that same or load a new game, we could go ahead and select that. We could restart the game, return to the game. And then, of course, if we want to get out of this, exit, A. So that kind of shows you there Legend of Zelda. If we were going to go ahead and play a game like Mario Kart DS, going to go ahead and press A again. Same screen layout. Let's change it up here for the race. We're going to go to change advanced options. We're going to go side to side. Go out of here. You can see the side-to-side screen. Mouse is so my A is for this on the right screen. Turn up the volume a little bit. We're going to go ahead and select a character. So A button seems to be functioning for this whole program. We're not having to use a mouse. Now I'm getting ready to race. I've made my settings. I could actually go here into advanced options. Change my screen to full. If I wanted to flip it with R2, I could see the display for the beginning. Here's my race. This is when I'm at the top view of the race. Here I am on the race. D-pad for steering. So for this particular game, it's not necessary to have the dual screen, but if you felt the need, I could flip it while I'm playing, and you can see I'm just passing Mario right now. So you can flip the screen. So that gives you an example of how Mario Kart works. Boom. We can go ahead and do a save state for that. Come back to that game a little bit later. And I'm going to go ahead and exit out. We'll show one more example. So let's go with Chrono Trigger. It's going to default back to the original screen layout. Let's go ahead and press menu. We're going to go to a load state. See, I've got two screens. Changed languages for some reason. There we go. Let's go with this example. You can see I can flip through R2. I can move around over here. We're going to go downstairs. Audio is really clear. The verbiage is very small. Let's flip it. It's looking for me to add a name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and change my options. I'm going to go to a full screen. Now that gives me a little bit easier to work with. So I'm able to erase my name and be able to see. So if I was going to go select here, pops, press select. For some reason it's not allowing me to press select or start. It reverted me back to the other name. That is kind of strange. Let's save state. Go right back up to it and do it again. Was not allowing me. Let's run back down the stairs again one more time. There's our name. We're going to go B, get out of here. We're going to go ahead and pop my name in. We're going to accept it. And then for some reason, there we go, pops. Just wasn't getting, the function wasn't working. I'm going to flip back our screen now that we have a name. Now if we wanted to go in here, change some options, show our speed, enable our sound, see if we can fix that 2D maybe and clean up the edges in it. There, it looks a little bit more clear, a little bit shadier. I'm able to move around. I'm going to be able to go right outside. So there you go. Wanted to provide some examples of how the Drastic Emulator works on the Next UI custom firmware. As you can see, going through the configurations, you can make quite a few different changes. So I wanted to wrap this up. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helps and provides you some assistance on getting your Drastic Emulator set up for NDS games on Next UI using the Trimui brick. And with that, thanks for watching Beyond the Emulator, and have a great day.